find this out.
Well, do you even know that the investigation has to do with this representation? That's exactly what I was just thinking, what you just said.
I assume it is since it's issued from the Broward Sheriff's Office.
How do you know it isn't related to one of our other clients or one of our other cases?
Well,
and
that's all I
have.
have.
Said anything that this has anything to do with Mr. Demons?
I can't answer that without seeing the search warrant.
We're not here to make work. Does this have to do with Mr. Demons?
It does, John.
Okay.
So, can you give them a copy of the search warrant?
No, because it's a pending investigation that's still ongoing.
How does Mr. Demons make a decision about whether he wants to waive any potential conflict or not without having that information?
The only thing I can say, Your Honor, is again, it's a pending investigation. Knowing that she's under investigation is what Rutledge talks about. We can't give anything over until it's officially completed.
With all due respect, but this is the high due process part when the state's seeking the death penalty. The state's seeking the death penalty. So you need to turn over the affidavit and the search warrant so the lawyers can make an informed decision. All right?
It does not have to do with the homicide case.
Well, in any case, he needs to know if there is a potential conflict of interest. He's either going to make an informed, intelligent waiver of that, or she will no longer be his lawyer. And then he has to make the same decision for all of his other lawyers. And he is going to trial September the 10th, 2025. So we need to do this now. So how long will it take for you to get a copy of the affidavit and a copy of the search warrant and give it to opposing counsel?
I'll have to speak with my office, and you can have a week to figure this out.
Judge, they've had since December of 23. They didn't even have the courtesy to inform us of a pending investigation. We had to learn this from Apple.
But you're telling me it relates to this case.
To the tampering case.
So why would this be different than any other search warrant in any other criminal case? The defense counsel would be entitled to it.
Because she's not a subject that's been charged yet, potentially could be. It's pending investigation. All I can say is, again, pending investigation, there is a team in place, and it's still pending. So it's not like we have to hand over discovery to her. She's not a listed defendant yet.
No, but let me repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers to be. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week to determine whether or not we need to file any sort of motion to prevent the search warrant from being handed over.
I just can't imagine any legal grounds that would not happen in this particular case. It's a death penalty.
I understand that. And then I'm asking for at least a day or two, at minimum.
Decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow. I took over Division FT. Judge Murphy had 44 pending first-degree murder cases. I've set them all for trial. I'm booked to trial through July of 2026. So if you all think I have 2 entire days at some point in the next 18 months to do these again, I do not. So
Understood.
I'm not sure what it is you want me to do. You don't want me to do anything else today.
We can't under the Florida rules.
So do you want me to leave them on for tomorrow? You will have the balance of today to discuss all these issues with Mr. Demons. And state you will have the balance of today to discuss some reason why you can't just turn over this affidavit and search warrant. I mean, it may be something innocuous. By the way, for the record, I don't know anything about this. No one brought me a search warrant, so. But maybe it's something so de minimis that Mr. Demons is going to say that's fine. If there's any conflict, I'll waive it, and let's get to work. Or if not, I guess he's going to have to go find 5 other lawyers to do this who are going to be ready to try a capital case in 9 months. So how about tomorrow at 9:30?
We'll be here.
State tomorrow at 9:30?
That's fine, Judge.
And it can't, again, I'm not picking on you, but the answer can't be my office told me XYZ. someone better be standing here with some authority that tells me they can't do it.